JJ Redick might be the next coach of the LA Lakers. Now, you're asking, why is this relevant to a channel about entrepreneurship or business? And here's why. If you don't know, JJ Redick was a standout, great college basketball player at Duke. He went to the NBA and for years played. He wasn't a great NBA player, but he was a good, solid NBA player who had a long career. And then, I think while he was playing, but definitely after he stopped, he got into podcasting and then into broadcasting. And now he's being considered as one of the top candidates for one of the biggest jobs in the NBA. What does that have to do with us as business owners? Well, a couple things. One, it's a great lesson to learn, which is to say that JJ has done a great job of leveraging his network to build out an audience, right? So he knew NBA players, he knew NBA talking heads, he knows all of these people, and he uses that to build out this large podcasting platform. He also uses his knowledge and his ability to articulate about the game to get a broadcasting job with ESPN. So he took what he has, his skill set, and he expanded it into something else that's relevant to what he does. And now, despite, to my knowledge, never coaching a game, he's being considered as one of the finalists for the top job in the NBA. You, as a business owner, have a similar network. It might not be the best if you're in tech. You might not know all the top tech players, but you do know tech players. If you're in HVAC, whatever it might be, you know people in your industry. You know who they are, you know what they do. They have things about their business that's better and different than yours, and vice versa. If you're not putting out content, leveraging your network, it's one way that you can stifle your business's growth. That was an easy thing to capture. Podcasting is one of the easiest ways to get your name out there. Will you have a huge audience like JJ? Probably not. But you don't need a huge audience. That's the biggest misconception we have today about social media, about YouTube, about podcasting, is that everyone must have a big following to matter. You don't need that. What you need is a following of some level that starts with content, podcasts, tweeting, LinkedIn, whatever it might be, and then leverage your network to help you get authority for you and for your competition and for those in the industry. You want to be someone who people look at as someone who's trying to grow the industry, trying to expand what's going on, trying to get the best information that you can. As you talk to more people in your industry, you will learn things that you didn't know. I'm sure JJ, despite playing in the NBA for years, has learned more about basketball from talking to really smart people, pushing his ideas, questioning his thoughts, him questioning them. What's stopping you from growing your network, growing your business? And then, if you say, well, maybe I want to sell one day, you've got a good pool of people that you could sell to because now you know players in the space. You will have buyers potentially interested in your business because they're going to understand how you run your company. They're going to say, this is the type of company that I would want to buy. I've heard about it. I know about it. I know what they do. I know how they do things. If you want to go buy a company, whatever it might be, there are options for you out there. The more you talk, the more you leverage your network in your industry, the better odds of success that you will have. And then you could expand it even further. You might say, well, I want to be a speaker or an author, or whatever it might be. But using content, by using your network to help people achieve their goals, will help you achieve your goals, right? So for JJ, him launching a platform opened up all of these opportunities to him. He helped people get their message out there. He got his message out there. He heard from people. He wasn't always right. He wasn't always wrong. People began to like his content. They liked his style, just like they will yours. The scale will be much smaller, but there's no shame in that. You're not selling to an audience of 1 million people or 10 million people or 100 million people. That's not the goal. The goal is to find who is interested in this. If it's a local business, maybe you say, okay, I can talk to local HVAC people, but that's not really my goal. My goal is to work with people locally to get my name out there. Okay, great. Talk to restaurant owners, hotel owners, or apartment owners, whatever it might be, about your local community. You have that network as well. Whatever your network is, figure out, what's my network? How can I use this to help promote what they're doing, understand what they're doing, put out content that's helpful for people, and it will help me, right? By helping others, you will help yourself. Don't be afraid of sounding stupid or looking naive. We all are stupid. We all are naive. We all get things wrong. I mumble. I talk too fast. I do things all the time. But consistency gets you better at it, and it builds your network, and it builds trust. So when people go look you up, they can find you. If you're obscure, people will find you, but they don't know who you are, what you do, why you do it that way. The more content you put out there, the more you leverage the people that you know in your network, the better chances of growing your business or selling your business or whatever your goals are, or acquiring another business might be, because you will be perceived as one of the people in your industry that talk about it. 99% of people are consumers, not creators. This is not anything new, but the framework around it is something that we have to consider when we watch someone like JJ Redick ascend to the level that he has, where he's going to be considered and may get the top coaching job in the NBA. That's what you have to consider doing.